Hello guys, good afternoon. This is Jamie. We're back today for another episode of the Ashes Cricket England Career Mode. Now, in today's episode, we move on to episode number 10, and we're going to be playing Milton Keynes in the T20 Club Midland Shield. Now, we did start off fantastically well yesterday. We managed to get 54 not out from our innings, which was a really good tonic given that we have failed pretty much extensively recently. So we managed to get back on track with our third highest score of the career mode so far, and hopefully today we can continue in that vein moving forward. We've got Milton Keynes, as I've already mentioned, so let's get into the big game today. Remember to drop a like on the video down below if you are enjoying this series and you'd like to see more, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. So let's go and play today's game then, shall we? Okay then, so we are back. We are at the Milton Keynes Gardens, or MK Gardens, for this Club T20 game. We are opening the batting with Murad Ebsari again, with Namish Macbeth and various other players in there as well. Umpire Chris Gould and Sean Clifford. It's a grassy soft pitch with an overcast look to the day with 20% chance of rain. Wind is in a south-easterly direction and the humidity is at 32%. So we're going for the coin toss and we're going to call. It's going to be Milton Keynes who throw the coin in the air. So the coin is up in the air, bounces down, hits the floor. We've called and won the toss. And I think we're going to have a bowl first of all. We've chosen to bowl, which is exactly what I'd have done. So we're going to go and see, and hopefully we don't have the same problem we had last time with the seemingly bug when we skipped through the first innings. So it is William Tattersall that's going to face the first delivery from Princeton Clark, and we're going to skip, which means we are now stuck at this. So we're going to get back off that. So now we've managed to get over that problem. So it is Taylor that comes out to bat and face the first delivery, and it's going to be Eccleston that's going to deliver that first delivery in. So we're going to see what happens with the ball off the pitch for the first one, and we lovely shot that into space, and I think we might just get a four here off the first ball off the back foot. Lovely stroked away to the boundary for four, and that is a lovely way to start the innings. Just need to have a look what kind of score we're chasing, but we can see there, right on the back foot, swiveled around there and played a lovely shot off the pads, kind of like a pull shot, and that raced away to the boundary for four. Really good back foot shot that from Taylor, who looks in good nick at the minute. So we need 170 off 119 balls. So we definitely have a score in which we need to chase. And we played the wrong sort of line for that one. It was a little bit more over to the right. And we got that one quite wrong. So we just need to be careful that we don't come into it a little bit overconfident. So we're going to see where that next delivery is coming. And we're going to play the same delivery again. Another play and miss there for us. So see where this next delivery comes. So it is Eccleston that comes into Taylor. 3 deliveries in the game so far. And that is a nice shot into space, but we're not going to take a run simply because the fielder closed it and got the ball. So we're going to see where this next delivery is going to take us. That's a lovely shot off the pads into the gap there, and we're definitely going to come back for 2. We managed to get 3, I think, if we push this. It's not going to make it to the fence, and we do manage to come back all the way, get back into the crease. 3 runs, picked up 7 off the over for us, which is a good score to start off with, and Murad Ebsari will face the last ball of the over and didn't score any runs. So it is now M. Watt with the delivery coming into us, and we play the ball into space. It seems to hit the other batsman, but we managed to pick up a single, which is nice. Ebsari manages to get 5 off the next 3 balls with a 4 and a single. So we're now back into the attack here, and we a bit wide. I think that has to be a wide. That absolutely. So here we go then. Back to face the next delivery. Currently on 8 off 6. And just gets that one past the pads there. Probably should have played that one on the front foot, I think. It's just finding that line between the two. The corridor of uncertainty, as it is called. And we managed to get there just in time to pick up the single. It's quite a risky one, that. Probably shouldn't have done that, but we managed to get back on strike here. 159 required off 108. We've got Craig Eccleston back in down the opposite end with the delivery. So, oh, lovely bit of movement that from Eccleston. Completely deceived us. has been given as a wide though. I think that's a bit unfair. It was a pretty solid line. It did pitch away back off the seam, so we've got movement out there, so we're going to have to be careful how we're going to be playing these shots today. So we're going to take another single just to keep that strike rotating round, keeping the run rate going. We're just below the required run rate at present. Hopefully Absari can remedy that somewhat. So we've picked up a few more runs here, and it is now Watt with the delivery coming into Taylor. And we've played a lovely shot there into the space, and we should easily pick up another boundary there. Possibly might just not make it, but I think it is going to. We've just managed to creep it over the line. Lovely shot on the offside there from Taylor. We're now above the required run rate on 9 runs and over, which is really good, and that moves us on to double figures. So we're now on to 14 off 10. Absari 15 off 9. We're tipping away quite nicely early doors here. And we just need to continue to do so. And it's another nice shot on the offside, and surely that has to go all the way to the fence. Perfect shot from Taylor, and that is another good grounded 4 on the offside. And we're now moving ever closer to the 37 fours in which we've been set a target to do in this career mode so far. So now we're just going to clip one away off the pads there. Just going to be a single this time though. Good bit of fielding. Found the man on the fence, and we've just managed to just rotate the strike around a little bit. So we're going to get Absari back in. So we need 138 off 96. We've got Eccleston back in with some pace bowling here. So it's going to be Taylor to face it. And probably it's a bit risky, that one. I guess if we really pushed it, we probably could have got a single, but decided against it. So nice little space here on this offside if we can find it past that fielder. That's a bit close, but managed to make it through, and there's a no ball call, so that means we've got a free hit, which Absari is hopefully going to dispatch to the boundary. Herschel Gould now in with some right arm wrist spin into Taylor, so we've got some nice space on the leg side, and that took quite a while to come through onto the bat. That, so we've got to be careful not to be caught out by this. It definitely seemed to take a while to come back onto the bat. And we're going to take a single there. Just found the fielder on the fence yet again in that area, and we've managed to pick up a single. Probably could have pushed that for 2, but we'll let Absari have a little bit of action with the bat. Hopefully he can press us forward. So Mick Watt is back in. Absari's really done all right there. He's on to 37 now. Murad Absari. We're on 21 off 16. And it's Watt with the delivery, and bit of a risky one that. Decided against it after initially pressing to run. So they're definitely covering that fence area. So and that's a lovely shot into the gap. Would have been close. I think perhaps we could have just managed to get back. I'm still in the 2 minds of whether to go for it or not. So I just want to try and build some scores for us. We're still ahead of the rate. We've got the spinner in now. Kelsey with the delivery. And that's a lovely shot down the ground. That should... Looks like the fielder's just going to get behind it. We've definitely managed to pick up 2. 3's possible. And we were easily in there, aren't we? So we picked up 3 runs. That puts Absari back on, who's now moved on to 56 runs off 35 deliveries. An excellent knock from Murad Absari. And we've got Matthews now down the other end doing some spin deliveries. And we've just tipped it away. Just did not see that fielder. We just managed to get back just in time. Oh, that was very risky. Need to focus a little bit more there. It was a very risky play indeed. And that's nicely into the space. We'll pick up a single. No, we won't. We'll come back for 2. We'll come back for 2 there. We're just going to make it just in time. Get the bat down before the ball hits the stump. So move on to 27 off 21. Still nicely ahead of what's going on at the minute. So I'm going to see. And that's nicely into the space. And we'll definitely come back for 2 here. It's going to be a nice 2 added to the totals. And that now pushes us up towards 30. Pardon me. 29 of 22 deliveries. And I'm yet to press that aggressive stroke. Trying my best to hold off that for as long as possible. We'll take another couple of runs there. It looks like the fielder's going to get back behind it, which he does, but we do manage to pick up another 2. Which is what it's all about, really. We just need to be picking up these runs, getting these wins, building scores. We're now on to 30, which is you know, a reasonable score. Oh, don't want to be doing shots like that. Don't want to be doing shots like that. Could have easily nicked that. Could easily have nicked that. Lovely shot. Just got to pick up a single. Not going to risk it. Going for 2. Again, it was probably borderline. We'll take a single. And we'll let Ebsari have a bit of a knock. See if he can add some more to the scores. He hasn't been able to do so. So we need 82 off 60. Which is certainly achievable. And that's nicely into the space. And we should pick up another 2 here. Possibly 3 if we can race down the wicket. It's just got to be 2 though. Another 2 added to the total. Nice conservative batting from us. Again, we're all about building scores now with this man. So we've got the bowler coming in with some more finger spin. It is Kelsey who comes in. And again, we put a lovely shot into the space. And we just take a single this time with the fielder advancing in off the fence. Throws the ball into the keeper's end. And that is Ebsari back on strike for the rest of this over, potentially. And hopefully he can knock a few runs off. So he moves on to 62 now off 41. We're on 35 off 26. And we play a nice shot into the space there. And we're going to come back for 2. We're running right away here. And we just get in. Possibly, I think he might have got us. It's very close. He's asked for the split screen just to see what has gone on here. And I think we've just managed it. It's very, very close. I think he's gone. I think we've lost Murad Ebsari. Racing way back down to the wicket. I think we've finally lost Murad Ebsari. Poor decision to go for the second run there. Tried to push it. Ebsari goes for an excellent 62. That brings in Namish Macbeth, who was absolutely fantastic in the last innings. So we're not all doom and gloom yet. And we're going to get a single here in plenty of time. Good fielding there by the fielder. And Macbeth now hopefully can start knocking some runs off. So Macbeth moves on to 8 off 6. We're on 37 off 28. We need 63 off 46. And we've got Eccleston back in with some pacey deliveries. And that is going to be another single for us to add to the total. Very much on course to get the victory here if we can hold firm. We're seeing it through. 43 needed off 36. Macbeth has come through with some really solid shots to date so far. And that's a nice shot off the pads. And we should look to get 2 here if we can press it right the way back. And we do that quite easily. Ball rolls back to the bowling end. And we've moved on to 41 now off 31. So I want to try and get another 50 if we can. That would be quite good for us to pick up another 50 if that is possible. So, oh, that was a risky shot. Completely misread that. Completely misread that. Nice space here if we can get the right kind of delivery. And that's a nice shot. Fielder with the throw. Plenty of time. Get in there for the single. Macbeth, we will allow to add a few more runs. 40 needed off 33. I'm sure he's going to be able to knock a few down. Herschel Gould is back in. 38 off 30. Now let's see what Gould has got for us today. So, and that's nicely into the space. That should be another 2 runs at the very least. I think it's going to be a 2 this. So we pick up 2 runs. Nicely done there. Good running from the lads. And we now move on to the mid-40s. I think we're on 43, 44 off 34. And I'm conscious of the fact we've got quite a nice space over here. So if we get the right delivery. Oh, that was a bit of a poor shot. Bit late onto that. So we've got some left arm finger spin from Kelsey. We need 23 off 21. Giles now in. Macbeth has fallen victim. And we've just hit that back to the fielder. So we're having a similar sort of spell that we had in the last innings where we had a very nervous wobble very close to our half century. And we seem to be having a little bit of that going on now here. So that's a lovely shot though. That should make us be able to come back for 2 quite easily there. So on the way back, pick up 2. Lovely shot there off the pads. Nicely played, and that moves us on to 47 now. So a boundary here would see us reach that half-century point. So let's see what this next delivery has for us. That's a lovely shot, and it's going to be very close here. The fielder is chasing it down. It doesn't look like it's going to make it all the way. And we're going to come back here for 3. And I think he's got us.
The whole team running over to celebrate. This one means a lot.
Byron Giles run out. Another poor. Should have left it. Shouldn't have gone for the extra run, but it's okay. We've still got players to come, so don't worry about it yet, lads. So Lucien McCalman is next in. We're on 49. We need 19 off 18. Taylor, though, is still in the crease. Tubby Taylor still hanging in there. And it's a nice shot. We managed to get there, and we picked up another 50. Raises the bat in the air. Taylor puts the bat in the air. Another 50 in consecutive episodes. Episode 10, we have got another 50, which is excellent news. We need 8 runs off the next 12 deliveries. We're on 50 not out off 41. We're seeing it right the way through till the end again, which is fantastic stuff here. And we play that ball straight to the fielder, which isn't ideal. So got 11 balls left. It's not time to panic just yet. We've got Kelsey coming in with the next delivery here. And it's a lovely shot. And I think that one could be going all the way to the fence. It's definitely got a bit more pace to it. And I think we're definitely going to be able to pick up the 3 runs this time. And we do. And we get back. We pick up 3. And that now puts us 5 runs away from picking up the win here, and I think it's going to be McCalman that will manage to do that, and McCalman picks up the 5 runs. We've managed to win by 6 wickets, and yet again we have finished with a not out performance. 53 this time to add to our 54 not out from last time. Murad Absari, the man of the match, with 62 off 41 balls, and to be honest, he was unlucky to be out when he was because we ran him out. But we've won another game, guys, and we're starting to get on a little bit of a roll now that we're starting to be less aggressive with that attacking aggressive shot that I kept getting out to. I've learnt my lesson. We're playing a lot more grounded strikes as suggested in the comment section, and that seems to be doing wonders for us. We've just moved up to level 50 with the XP, and we've got 24,000 which we can apply here. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a bit more to the footwork. We're going to add a bit more to the control because we want to be controlling the shots nicely. We're going to add a bit more to the cut. We're going to add a bit more to the hook and pull. Try and get a bit more power on it. The glance also we'll add a bit more to. The sweep we'll add a bit to. We'll add a bit more to special shots, which leaves us with 130 points. We're now up to a batting rating of 44, and I'm quite pleased with that. So we're doing quite well. To date, we've got a game coming up. We've finished first in the Midlands Shield, which is brilliant. We've completed the T20 season. Let's have a quick look, shall we, at the statistics for this now. Bear with me a second while I find the Midlands Shield. We did start off pretty inauspiciously, but we did manage to get our way up there with a couple of really good scores late on in the day, and we've moved up to 232 runs in total. So we're still quite some way off the top end. We are, couple of 300 or so runs away from the top scorer, but that is not the end of the world. The season is now complete, and we're going to advance forward to the next fixture, which is going to be, it is a Club T20 knockout between Abingdon and Solihull. So that will be our next game, which will hopefully be in tomorrow's episode. So if you have enjoyed today's episode, guys, remember to leave a like on the video down below if you have and you'd like to see more Ashes cricket stuff on the channel. If you're new to the channel, maybe hit that subscribe button, come back for more Ashes cricket content. We'll move on to episode number 11 tomorrow. We've picked up another win today, another good score to add to the titles. I'll catch you again in the next one. If you enjoyed today's episode of Ashes cricket and you want to see more cricket content on the channel, head across to my Cricket Captain 2017 series, which you'll see on the screen now. Thank you ever so much for watching today's video, guys, and I'll catch you again in the next episode.